Hi guys, so it's been a few weeks since I start doing some work on this boat due to work commitments and then having some health issues. I had to stop, also waiting for parts and all that. So finally I'm able to start again doing some work on it. So what I will do now today, will get all the parts ready for being assembled back on the engine, like the manifolds, risers, all this. Just need to put all the plugs, all the water connections, everything in, and once that is done, I'll give it another coat of paint. I'm using a black paint, the color that they are already in, but it's a high temperature paint, special for engines. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So how you see, all this need to be assembled, all these plugs. So yeah, as you can see, these are the new manifolds, new risers, everything. So all this need to be attached, all the new plugs. There's the water connections. Yeah, so for this I'm using the normal Teflon type to avoid any water leak, everything, and then we'll go with the engine enamel, which will yeah, give a nice glossy finish. Also it's extra protection for the marine environment, all the salty air, water, everything, to try to extend the life of all these components. Okay, so everything is in place. Just need to tighten them up now. All the plugs, water connections, everything are on. I'll tie them up, then all these surfaces where the gaskets will come, I'll cover them with masking tape and then paint the whole units, and yeah, that should be ready to be installed after. Okay, so this is the final product on the manifolds. The only problem is the water connections has to be towards the front, so I have to really be careful which one it's on which side. Then on risers doesn't really matter because it's just the only place where you can put it. As you may saw in some other videos, people are making a guide pins for the manifolds to put them in. So usually what they do, these are the bolts for the manifolds. And here they cut the end, then they cut in for the screwdriver and put them in and guide the manifolds in. Well, I don't really like this idea, so I'm gonna use one of the couple of the risers bolts which are longer, so I will make the guides a lot longer to be easier for me to undo them, since there's not much room in there and they got the same size thread, so it's gonna work just perfect, only longer and easier to handle. Okay, so this is the final product, all painted. It's ready to be assembled. Leave them to dry really good overnight, and we'll start putting everything back. So finally have some time to start installing everything back on the engine. So I got the manifolds and everything else ready, bolts also. I made the guide pins, so it's an old bolts, cut the heads off. Also made it room for a screwdriver to be easier to take them off. And before start with any of this, need to clean up the old gasket out of the engine block. So that's where the old gaskets were sitting. Not sure if you can see around the exhaust manifold there. All that need to be cleaned up proper on both sides. You can see better on here, so need to do a proper cleanup, scrub everything down, and then clean up with a bit of sandpaper, and then we'll be ready to put them on. Alright, one done, one more to go. So yes, these pins work really great. Basically what I do, bring a couple of pins in, one on this side and one on this side. Then just putting the gasket on, which will the pins will hold it, and just slide the manifold on, and then get all the bolts in before removing the pins. So this is how it looks once you put the guide pins in. Put the gasket and then just slide it. Beautiful. Okay, so both of them are in place now. Next, this gasket, always with a small hole towards the front, and then the riser with the elbow connected. Okay, so slowly it's getting there. Have to connect the gear linkage, the computer on the other side over here, and yeah, slowly everything is coming back together. Okay, there we are. Everything is back together. Only need to install the air filter, and yeah, everything should be ready in here. Next, before doing anything else, will be an oil change, and yeah, we'll see what else we need to do from there. So one thing I appreciate Mercruiser 4, it's for installing the oil filter right here at the top. Very easy access, just screw it, put a new one, and there you go. Easy as. Oh yeah, air filter it's on, everything, the cover, everything else it's done. A lot more shorter than I was expecting. I had to stop doing what I was doing due to a medical problem. I needed to go for a carpal tunnel surgery on both hands. So because of that, I'm out of action for a few weeks, and I'll resume filming and fixing up all the stuff that need to be fixed from the board as soon as I'll be able to start working again. So till then, yeah, just take care, be safe out there, and